Welcome back. I'm Tiff from Night Carpet Designs, and we are finishing up these Freddy signs that we started last week. After a carve is all finished, I spray it down with marsh ink. It's a sprayable ink. It dries really fast and is easy to sand off. But first, before I spray that, I like to take this little cute Works blower and get in all those nooks and crannies, especially where the knots are, and remove any of the excess wood that is still in there. It gets kind of built up. I'll scrape it with that dental pick and blow it again. Once it's all set, spray it down, let it dry. Alrighty, so it is time to sand these all down. I'm going to start off with 80 and then drop it all the way down to 220 to get a nice smooth finish. Once we're done with all of these, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start power carving with my angle grinder. I have the corse wheel by Saburrtooth on the angle grinder. So you can see I'm using the Works tools. It's the Maker X kit. And I'm taking the Saburrtooth wheel and just slowly taking off material on just basically one angle. I'm going like every, say 3 to 4 inches and just angling it down. And then I'm going to start shaping it from the bottom. The goal is to kind of have like a natural rounded edge on these. So you can see this tool takes the material pretty quickly. On the top and the bottom, you'll see I'll do a deeper carve, and on the edges, I kind of just angle it so that it has a cool shape, and I think it looks pretty neat. All right, so here they are all done. You can see they need to have some sanding done. They're a bit rough right now, so we're gonna go in, same thing, we're gonna start at a higher grit, work our way down to 220 till it's nice and smooth. Alright, so the signs are nice and smooth and they're ready for some stain. The problem is, I made these signs 2 years ago, so When someone orders something that I made a long time ago, and I don't remember what color stain it was. Was it red mahogany? Maybe. Maybe. Or perhaps it was special walnut. Test piece. Alright, so I just did a test on both of the stains, the red mahogany and the special walnut. And I'm going to go with the special walnut. It looks more to where that original piece was. I did some test sticks and this was way too dark. So I'm going to say that it was the special walnut. But it is unfortunate when you forget. So for these, I am just going to go ahead and start applying the stain. This will dry overnight, and then in the morning...
In the morning, I'm making waffles.
In the morning, I'm going to go ahead and splatter these with some blood, and then have the kids join in and do their handprints on them. I'll tell you this, it's going to be wild having them help me out. I know things kind of accelerate quickly when you have 2 5-year-olds. So anyways, these things look great. Let's play with some blood, right? Okay, we've got a cup of blood, I've got a hat, and I got a sign that needs some big, large blood splatters, so let's go. For the blood, I've used some red acrylic paint that I've watered down pretty thin. I wanted the paint to be very loose so that way it would splatter and spray pretty far distances. And you can see I'll get up in there and flick the brush so that way I'll have some smaller splatters as well. Give it more of a fun look. So I'll just keep going until I feel they're right.
No, I'll do this time.
Okay. Okay, Ethan, now put your hand right there. Push down. Don't move it. Just, okay, lift up. Go ahead, Chase.
Shake.
Yeah. Wiggle, wiggle. Okay.
Lift up.
Okay, put your hand right here, buddy. Lift it up. Okay, put it down. Now lift up. There it goes. What's up, guys? So, We're now at the part where we're going to finally go ahead and assemble all of these signs together. So we've already done a ton of work on them. We've run them on the CNC, we've power carved the edges, and we've done, as you know, in any project, a ton of sanding. So what I'm going to go ahead now is I'm going to drill holes on the top and bottom of every board except for the bottom board. That's only going to have the top. We're going to take some eye hooks, put them on top and bottom. Then we're going to take some S hooks to connect them all. And then I have a piece of chain here, and that's going to be the hanging hooks on the top. So I'm just going to go ahead, and I'm going to go about 1 inch in on each board and just start drilling holes. It takes a really long time to do all these signs, so I figured I'd fast forward it a little bit for you guys. I think I should have gone a little bit faster, huh? Here we go. Almost there. One more. Okay, so now we are at our last board. We're not going to do the bottom. We're just going to do the top. Okay, so I've just taken out the bit, and I'm going to actually leave this open quite a bit. What I want to do is, when I'm putting the eye hooks in, I'm actually going to stick them in the drill, and that's how I'm going to turn them in to make it a lot faster. I've done it so many ways, seen this trick, and it actually works. So literally I'll just go through all of these boards, and I will start the eye hooks, then I'll go in with the drill and tighten them up. There we go. So go ahead and continue on. So the reason I'm sharing this process is because I've had people ask me how do I connect my signs in the past. Figured this is the best way I can explain it. Obviously, you don't have to make the Fantastic Freddy song to make any kind of sign options as you'd like. Now I'm going to go ahead and attach the chain on the first one. So I've already opened up the chain link so I can just slide them onto the eye hooks. So that way, the person who gets it can adjust however long they want it to be. They can remove links, but for now I'm just going to throw that on there. I want to have ample hanging space. And now I'm just going to take the S hooks. We're going to go through. We're going to connect each sign. Alright, so line them up. Woo! All right. There we have it. All right, guys, here is a finished assembled Freddy sign. This one is about 3 years old. I have it hanging under a slight awning, but it does get direct sunlight. So what I didn't show you is I sealed it with spar urethane. I did 3 coats on each side, and that seals it up really nice for the outdoor weather. I do take it in the winters because, you know, try to keep from the snow. It's New England. But it's lasted a long time. So anyways, have a great one.